I kind of wanted to do. I already did it before, but I want to try again to get a better, to explain better with what I'm trying to say with this topic, with transphobia and homophobia in the LBGT community. I think that it's not right for us to discriminate within our own community, considering we know how it feels to be discriminated against. Without out of the community. I'm not saying that everybody has to be best friends or anything, just that everybody should at least, be supporting each other. If you don't like somebody because of personal reasons, it's because you don't like them as a person, not because of, their sexuality or anything like that. Like lesbians hating on other type of lesbians because, femmes and femmes are supposed to be together. Two butches are not supposed to be together because it's,
You might as well, some people say you might as well be with a guy, and I just want to say something about that. Just because, two butches like each other, that doesn't mean you might as well be with a guy, because there can be butches that have, really feminine personalities. They can be soft butches, or they can be, like androgynous butches. Androgynous, but more on the butch side. And, even though they're butch, they're still not a guy. If they still have, tits and pussy, they're technically still a female. And if another butch just happens to be attracted to another butch, what's wrong with that? How does that make them less of a lesbian? But yet, it doesn't make femmes less of a lesbian because they're girly. But yet, two girly lesbians can be together. Is that like trying to say that's what the ideal lesbian couple is? It has to be butch and femme or femme and femme, but the fact of butch and butches are just, frowned upon, just like in the 1960s when a huge feminism thing hit big. People were in their own community against butches because, they represent, masculinity and not really femininity, or I don't even know if that's a word, but you get my point, and that's a little bit of bullshit.
In a way, they're like expressing, who they are. I feel it's no different from being a tomboy. Nobody, frowns upon, girls who are tomboys and stuff. That's the same thing with a butch lesbian, only the fact that they obviously are attracted to women.
And a lesbian is only attracted to women emotionally, physically. And the reason why there might be bisexuals is because, someone might be sexually attracted to a guy but not emotionally attracted to them. So they get their emotional part from the girl, or, so on. That's kind of what makes someone bisexual. And of course people are against, transgender people. Not everybody is against transgendered people. But I think the main reason why some lesbians might be against people who are trans is because it makes them question their own sexuality, especially if someone was in a relationship with a lesbian but their partner turned out to actually be trans. So it kind of made them question their own sexuality, I guess. So, of course, there's a lot of hatred, just like, gay guys. Some gay guys hate lesbians, and some lesbians hate gay guys. We're all the same family, but in a way we all hate each other.
Like I've been saying, we should be, supporting each other and pulling together to show people outside of this community that we are, strong, and we're not going to allow your hatred to, put us down. You know, because there was already suicide rates with people who were transgendered, or lesbian, or gay, but in within the recent weeks, it seems like it has tripled, because you see it more in the news with, because there's one group on Facebook that I belong to. This kid wanted to have October be National Gay, Lesbian, and Transgender Day. You know, just like Black History Month is in February. You know, he wanted to go and have something like that for the LBGT community. And hearing all the hatred from his neighbors, family members even, you know, it just got too overbearing that he committed suicide. And that, you know, just should show that, you know, we should be pulling together to be supportive to each other and not, you know, be discriminating. You know, you cannot like this girl named Alice because she's a backstabbing asshole. Okay? But you don't like her because of those reasons.
And what it says, you know, there's people that are, I mean, even straight people can be drag kings or drag queens, you know. I mean, we've all seen that, but a lot of lesbians that are drag kings are very transphobic, and to me it doesn't really make sense. Like, I understand they're just doing it for entertainment purposes, but at the same time, if I kind of see it under the same umbrella, but in a way they might also be mocking them. But in a way, I kind of think sometimes, you know, a bunch of lesbian or femme lesbian, whatever, if they are, it may not always be true, but I feel, you know, like, let's say someone is, you know, like, really butch, you know, they're a full-blown lesbian, and they're doing drag. I think, in a way, it's a release for them to kind of get to play a different part. I mean, it may not be something they do for a lifelong thing, but it's a part of them, you know, that is masculine that they're expressing. So just because, you know, you only do it for entertainment purposes, you know, I don't know, it just doesn't matter because you're still dressing up like the opposite sex. So in a way, you are supporting transgendered people. And I had an ex tell me, you know, well, you know, are you gay or straight? And I guess, you know, they were just kind of phantoming, you know, well, is Jamie gay or straight? You know, she's with a trans man. And since I've always been a lesbian and now I'm with a trans man, instead of, you know, being stupid and wondering, is she gay or straight? How about considering I might be bisexual? But that being said, I would never be with a biological male that actually has a cock and balls between his legs, you know. But, you know, so, I don't know, maybe I'm a borderline bisexual. I don't like labels. But, yeah, that's just stupid. Like, is that supposed to hurt my feelings?
Yeah, like she's, like, technically making fun of you for being with me, and, you know, why sit up, you know, and, you know, do that, you know, that's just...
They're trying to make me, you know, kind of question my sexuality. And that was what she was trying to do. And make me feel bad, like, oh shit, I'm this freak. You know, I'm this, you know, lesbian that I've been for years. And some people are like, oh god, you're lesbian, you know, you hate people that are bisexual. It's not that I hate people that are bisexual, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really like someone who calls themselves, I guess, a lesbian, but actually does date someone who actually has a real cock and balls that was born a male. That's a little bit different than dating someone who's transgender, because to me it's more of an inner thing. Because not all people choose the surgery, you know what I mean? But even then, I still knew Aiden when I first met him as a lesbian. So I mean, my feelings haven't changed. So I guess it's just, in the end, it really doesn't matter. But it's not.
Love me as the person that I am.
But what I haven't. But on any other circumstance, I would not voluntarily, seek out a trans guy. If that makes any sense. It's something I've learned to kind of accept in a way. I just know, like, I wouldn't go out of my way to be with a trans guy. It's just something that happened. If that makes any sense. I don't know.
I did this video before, and I got comments from people saying that I'm being discriminatory. I don't see how I'm being discriminative when I'm expressing that we should not be discriminative within our own community, because we know how it feels to be discriminated against without our community. Why, do it within your own, brother and sisterhood,
Well, it's just not, the LGBT. I mean, there's black people that are racist against their own kind. You know what I mean? There's black people that hate black people. There's white people that hate white people, believe it or not. I mean, it's just an example of one of those things. It's just crazy how the world works, but
I guess, also in a way I'm trying to reach out and try and get people to, stop the hatred, because, it's really cool. There are people outside of the LBGT community who are not discriminative, and don't care, if you are gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. They only, give a shit if you are a good person, and that's all they care about. They don't care what sexuality you are or anything like that. And I think that's really cool. But to, basically, make fun of each other. Look at that gay guy, look at the way he goes and acts and this and that. Us lesbians are better than gay guys. You see my little point?
Or, gay man, oh god, look at that freaking bull dyke. I mean, I've noticed it's not true with all gay men, so please don't think I am saying this about all gay men, because it's not true. But there are some, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, there are some gay men who are all for femme lesbians, but they are very against butch lesbians that might have to deal with maybe their fandom themselves and they get along better with femmes rather than, butches. And there's some gay guys that will sleep with butches, but they won't sleep with femmes, probably because they resemble men. I'm not really sure about that whole thing. But there's just some things about gay men I really don't understand. But I just thought I would throw that in there. I don't know why I made a comment like that, or why I felt the need to share that information, but it's just another one of those things. And we have like we have like a minute left.
Okay, then we'll just end the video now before we ran on for another however long. But
so send some love.
Please give a comment and tell me.
Don't be mean.
Tell me what you think about, your opinions, basically.
And again, don't be mean. We're not trying to make any harm. We come in peace. We come in peace. Don't be mean. We come in peace. You're still sucking stop. Do you want me to hit stop now?
Yeah, I've been wanting you to hit stop.
Oh, okay. I'll hit stop now. This is what you get for making me do a video with you.